Hello guys and welcome to episode 5 of my Civilization Beyond Earth playthrough, playing as the Kavithan Protectorate using the Supremacy affinity. And today we're going to be continuing with the growth of our outposts and then hopefully tiling over to stop the Pan-Asians from coming through these lands again. And we'll also be thinking about getting a settlement up here, which will probably take advantage of this geothermal as well as blocking the way for the Brazilians. So we can take full control of this land here, get all of the resources under our control. We'll also end up placing a settlement up here at some point to obviously prevent the Russians. Now I've been pretty lucky because so far it seems like the other nations have actually grown their cities away from me. So currently we're at a huge advantage here because we have so much land to develop and we've got cities in almost the perfect places to do that. So anyway, I think we did everything for this turn, so let's just move straight on to the next one. So I'm going to eventually tile over this alien nest. I think I am going to do this. And I'll try and make the aliens passive towards me, or maybe even friendly. We'll see how that goes throughout the game. Obviously I can always destroy the nest later on, and so on. Unless the Brazilians do it for me. But I'd like to get the alien nest under my control. Trade convoy from Mandira can continue trading with Asrea. Our production in Asrea can work on a network probably. Yep, let's go for that. And in Sabda we can also work on a laboratory. And in Javed we can get the auto plant, I'm thinking. Yeah, let's go for the auto plant there. That's going to work out well. We're going to get a new virtue next turn. Let's just set this guy to automate exploring now because I don't really want to be doing that every turn. We can get our gunner to land on Vasanta. Our other gunner has just landed on Harsha, so that's good. We can fortify him next turn, I believe. Stellar Codex was finished by Hutama before I could complete it, so I'm going to have to change my production in Mandira by the looks of things. And this worker can head toward... Let's send him towards this fungus right here, or maybe we could even go to this coral to give extra production to Javed. Let's do that. This gunner can fortify, like I said. We can choose a new production in Mandira, which shall be to produce a network. And Vasanta can now work on an old Earth relic. And what I'm going to do is just quickly buy up this alien nest tile. And we shall wait the 40 turns and make them friendly. Now we can in the meantime still bombard the aliens and kill them off, but I'm going to wait until I get my gunner on the city in order to do that. Actually you can get on this turn, so maybe we can start. Because I don't want to necessarily destroy the nest, I just want to get rid of the alien units. And we can take advantage of that nest later on. We'll construct the Xenomass well there. Move on to the next turn. So we're making quite good use of Xenomass at the moment, considering. You know, we're making Xenomass wells pretty much everywhere at the moment. We're going to be making one here soon. We've got one here, we've got one here, and we've got one here. So yeah, plenty of Xenomass being taken advantage of.
Omnipresent and effective security measures make even the worst neighbors tolerable.
And there you go, defense grid is ours. We can probably start work on this Panopticon if nobody's built it. Actually, that's something I can probably do in Mandira. Yeah, let's get the Panopticon. It only takes 6 turns to produce. And in Sabda, I will work on a auto plant because we need the extra production there. We can use the gunner to bombard this drone. We can use the city to do the same. Just get rid of that unit. Awesome. And yeah, literally just going to wait until this nest makes the aliens friendly, and all shall be well. Now I'm assuming you don't have to be passive towards the aliens in order for that to happen. I guess just after 40 turns they just suddenly turn friendly. I'm guessing that's what happens. The Harsh's coming around very quickly. You know, getting the tiles twice as fast is always very useful. You can bombard this wolf beetle there. We do have the siege worm coming towards us. Hopefully that won't attack us. But for now I'm just going to fortify the gunner there. We'll choose production in Syra, which will be to get this defense perimeter, I would guess. Yeah, may as well. And in industry, we can get the investment. That's what I was going for. So let's pick up that. Now, if we get the synergy bonus in tier 2, we do get 1 free virtue and a new covert agent. The synergy bonus in tier 1 is a free virtue, so it might be worth getting the production towards wonders and then one of these virtues in another tree. But we'll have to wait and see. Because then we could get like multiple virtues in one go. But I'm guessing that will come later on. The majority of the miasma's gone, but I think we could still do with a couple of miasmic repulsors. Kraken there, having none of it with that gunboat. Brilliant. Now we can fire on that Kraken. Don't know if it's a good idea or not. I guess we could. See if we can make it pierce off. Get my worker on land. And then next turn we can head towards the coral. So we're kind of skipping through the turns really quick at the moment because we don't have many military units to move. The Brazilians bringing more units down to attack Banu Musa. So yeah, I really want to block off this path up here soon with another outpost. So maybe we'll work towards another one soon in one of our cities. Going to continue the movement of the worker. Got a Slavic combat rover right there. Bit random. But we can actually get a colonist in Asrea, and that can be used to block the gap over here. Now if I just quickly jump to the yield icons, I just want to have a look at where would be a good idea to place a city. Possibly here, I'm thinking. Now that would overlap with both Sabda and Asrea, but at the same time would still be able to have access to the fruits over here, the titanium, you got the basalt, the geothermal. It would be out of range of this geothermal actually. So maybe it'd be better doing it like here. Yeah, that would probably be better. Because then we can go three tiles this way, and that will incorporate the gold and the algae. And then we go 3 tiles this way and we still get the titanium. The fruit isn't that much of a big deal because we'll get the food from trade anyway. And then we can just incorporate that fruit into another city up here somewhere. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So, I think this was the tile I was looking at. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Awesome. So we have a plan there. We just need to probably get another gunner to defend that city. We're currently at 58 plus on energy at the moment. I should just be able to buy one. I'm thinking with these auto plants finishing as well, we might be able to build some more trade convoys to take advantage of the extra trade route that those will give me. I think we've already had the quest for that. Sure, I'll find out soon enough. Alright, let's just go to Javed anyway and produce a trade convoy and we can test it out. Now, from Mandira we can continue trading with Sabda. And again, that seems to be it. Now we can attack this siege worm. Might be worth trying to get rid of that. I'm going to attack it with the gunner and the city. Awesome. And if it moves away, then so be it. Don't really mind. And it looks like Harsha will be founded next turn, and then we can buy the tiles toward the Pan-Asians to stop them coming through this sort of valley here. A raptor bug finally making it back down. It's been on a long trip. Oh, and a new outpost has been founded by the Slavic Federation up here. Interesting. Now they are in range of 2 lots of Fraxite, so we might actually want to take that settlement off them at some point. Siege worm moved away, so we'll just fortify the gunner again. Get the worker to move towards the coral. The raptor bug can continue over towards the Brazilians actually, because I really want to make sure that I, get an outpost here before they do. We got Syra here. Finished its defense grid, I think that was. And now can work on an ultrasonic fence, I guess. Or we could maybe get another worker. Do we need another worker? Probably not at the moment. We seem to have most of the significant resources under our control. So that's fine. And a quest decision, a tangled web. We can get free maintenance from networks, or we can get +1 culture from networks. Culture is always more beneficial. Great. So this turn we can see if we have access to the 3rd trade route from auto plants. And hopefully this panopticon will be complete. None of the other AI have completed it before me this turn. And we'll have that under our control.
There's an old soldier's axiom. You can't kill what you can't see. The inverse is also true.
So, +1 culture. And we get all military units receive +1 sight, which actually might be pretty useful. I'm just going to check Javed has a ultrasonic fence. No, it doesn't. Okay. We might want to get one there, because otherwise my worker won't be able to safely work on that tile. So I'm just going to buy one straight up. And we shall work on this tile. We can build a plantation here. And this trade convoy from Javed can trade. Okay, so we can make use of, 3 trade routes from Javed using the auto plant. And that is going to trade with Vesanta. Now in Mandira, I think this is, we can work on a network now. And in Javed, we can work on a vivarium. Boost the growth a bit in that city. Harsha can work on an old earth relic. And that's all very well. 2 turns till the colonist is finished. We can get him over here to settle. We can tile quickly over these 3 resources so that the Brazilians can't get those. We should probably tile towards this Fraxite as soon as possible. And this Fraxite here. So I might do that. Yeah, let's do that this turn. Buy that land. Buy that land. I will then get the worker to move over there and build a Fraxite mine. At Sabda, we can work on a network. Make sure we get our science bonuses. We can work on the clinic in Vasanta. And quest decision. Vital Frontier. We can either continue the research in vivariums to get +1 science, or we can stop the project to get extra food from vivariums. I think we're going to go with the extra food just to boost our population a bit more in all the cities that have vivariums. Now also might be worth tiling towards this Fraxite and this Fraxite, so again, I'll do that in the next turn, and we can get the workers to go over there and start building fraxite mines to take advantage of that. Because currently we only have 2 fraxite, and that's from this fraxite mine just here. And we're going to need more if we want to build these CNDRs that we're currently working towards. So in Bandura now we can work on the defense perimeter. In Syra we can just build this launch complex. You know, it's the last building we can build, and I think I've got a virtue that is better based on the amount of buildings you have or something like that. I think that's under industry, not entirely sure. Anyway, in Asraya, we can now work on a trade convoy there, because I think they have an auto plant in that city. We can get a network in Javed, and the Raptor Bug can continue to make sure that nothing is coming through there. I can actually probably just sleep him on that tile, that'll probably work out quite well. We can also bombard this siege worm, but I forgot to last turn. And Harsha, actually I forgot to tile over towards the floatstone. It is time I told the world of your sins. Very well. Okay, so Pan-Asians not liking me very much at the moment. Brazilians moving a large force, really, close to my lands. Get this fraxite mine built. We shall sleep that raptor unit just there. And are we going to buy that tile? It costs 150, my lord. Let's instead invest in the tiles over here. So we'll buy that tile. We'll buy that tile. Buy that tile. And we'll buy that tile. Awesome. We can get a couple of workers over here and work on those fraxite sites immediately. Now, too much gun. And we can redistribute the ignition gel into the payload to give us +5 city strength from rocket batteries, or we can get the +1 city orbital strike range. I think I'm going to go with the city strength, because we are playing on very hard and it's likely we will get attacked at some point. Syra's, you know, got 61 combat strength. That's pretty good at the moment. My outskirt cities aren't as good at all, so it looks like we're going to have to focus on the defense there. But even so, we're going to have more cities further on. Like, we've already got this colonist heading over here, and that will be, you know, the main point of contention between the Brazilians. We'll also have one up here, which will be the main point of contention against the Slavics. So I think we have it all planned out quite nicely at the moment. I'm not going to rush to buy this floatstone tile, mainly because it's going to cost me a lot of money. Money that I don't actually have at the moment. I have this marine unit here. I might actually move that to accompany the colonist. May as well. Trade convoy in Asraya. Can trade with Harsha. And now we can work on a vivarium here. Another trade convoy in Asraya. Can change its trade to Vasanza from Javed, because we get much more production that way. We can bombard Siege Worm. Did that even do anything? My game just locked up for a second and I didn't see anything happen. Oh, it's because it's the end of the turn, of course. Silly me. So tactical robotics will be complete this turn.
Progress be. It has been said, the point of war is not to die for your country, but to make your enemy die for theirs. A goal which is more readily accomplished if your side never has to take the field.
They don't now because we can build CNDRs.
To create a machine to work your will is to create your destiny.
And there you have it, level 4 Supremacy reached. That's because we already had a lot of XP in the level to get the 3rd affinity, and then with that tech it just boosted us all the way up to level 4. So that worked out really well in our favour. And we can actually work on some CNDRs because we do have the frac site, and we will have more soon enough. But before I do, I am going to get the rocket battery in Mandira. In Syria we can work on one of these CNDRs, and in Sabda we can get a vivarium. In Visanta we can now work on a farm lab. We really need to sort out this health. We can upgrade our combat rover to armor now, which is good. So we shall get either plus 20% when flanking or plus 30% when attacking fortified units. I think the flanking's better. I've kind of worked out what this is now, and it's when you attack with another unit next to you, like another friendly unit next to you. So that'll come in handy. And we can upgrade our missile rover to artillery now, which we shall get extra plus 30 when attacking cities, because that's what I like to use them for, the artillery. They're not so much used for destroying enemy units, so I like to just use them to bombard the cities in order to give us an advantage to take it over. So all the tiles around Harsha are costing a lot at the moment. But let's choose a new technology. Now I think this would be good, the Bionics lab, but we'd need to get some purity affinity in order to make use of that, so probably not a great idea. Genetic design, that's what we should go towards, because we can get this gene garden, which will give us plus 2 health, and then we can just get, you know, this alien genetics here, which will improve culture from biowell improvements and plus 1 science from xenomass well improvements, because we do have quite a lot of xenomass wells. So, you know, it doesn't really matter if we get a couple of levels in purity, just so that we can take advantage of this gene garden, because we are going to definitely need the health. And then we can head towards more supremacy affinities soon enough. So what I'll likely do next then is we'll head down to artificial intelligence, and then we'll get synthetic thought, which will unlock the Cynosure, which will give us plus 7 science. Really nice there. And then later on we can tech down to the Angel, because I know a lot of you wanted to see what that was like. Some of you already know what it's like. So yeah, I think that's okay for now. Oh, we could also head towards collaborative thought to get this wonder, the Precog project. Looks nice. But yeah, I think we'll go genetic design, then artificial intelligence. Actually, we'll go genetic design, genetic mapping, alien genetics, and then artificial intelligence. The reason why we'll do it in that order is to get that purity affinity I need to be able to construct a gene garden. Now, Syra can continue trading with Javed possibly, or we can head over to Harsha now. Yeah, that's probably a better idea, because then we can boost the production in Harsha. And all is well. Let's move on to the next turn. Colonists nearly there. Now the tile I chose is actually a recommended tile. Great. If you should continue to expand your colony in lands I feel are mine, it can only ruin the possibility of friendship between us. Our apologies, we'll refrain from settling you near you in the future. I'll also just say we'll settle what lands we please for now. Because, to be honest, I haven't settled a settlement near him in ages. So what's he on about? That seems a bit random, to be honest. If I put an outpost up here, yeah, fair enough, I might agree with what he just said. But otherwise, no, not at all. What is he on about? We'll get this worker to move down to this frac site now. And this worker here can go down to the other frac site on the island. Javed can now trade with Syra. Because we want to make sure that the trade routes do give us food still, instead of just production. In Asraya, we can work on another colonist, because I want to send one up here to take advantage of these resources, and also to just block the way from the Russians. We'll build a clinic down here in Harsha, and the quest decision always on. Now we can reroute the power towards additional safeguards and give us plus 10 city hit points from defense perimeters, or we can get free maintenance for defense perimeters. Now I'm not actually sure how much maintenance defense perimeters cost. Oh, only one. Okay, well we're best off taking the other one then to get extra city hit points. And we can bombard this siege worm. Shall attack it with the gunner as well. Brilliant. That's slowly gonna die. Get the feeling we're gonna piss off the Brazilians by settling here, but oh well. This guy wants 4 Xenomass for 1 favour. Is he joking? No, no thanks. I don't quite want to piss off the Russians just yet, because I guess I'm planning on attacking the Pan-Asians first. Constantly firing off orbital units. Not sure exactly what. Maybe they're making use of solar collectors or something. Fortify that gunner again. Settle that colonist. Get the marine onto the same tile. Bravo. So that's blocked off that. And we can take advantage of these resources. We can get another colonist and head up here. Possibly just settle in the middle. Let's just go into the yield icons and see where would be a good place to settle. Well, a lot of these lands are actually pretty decent. Maybe here would be a nice idea, and then we can build another one on the other side. Yeah, that's a nice tile, because we would have access to the geothermal, the fruit, the silica, and we'd also have access to this geothermal, the petroleum, the titanium, the fruit, and this geothermal, and this algae actually. Then we can build another one up here. Yeah, so that looks like a good plan. Awesome. So that tile there looks like the next place for a settlement. In Mandira, we can work on a launch complex. And in Sabda, we can get a defense perimeter. Escape velocity. So we get +1 orbital coverage from launch complexes, or we can get plus 10% production for orbital units from launch complexes. I think we'll go with the extra 10% production. Yeah, let's go for that. Good. And unfortunately, that has been my time. So, as you can see, if I just look around, my nation is coming along very well. We've got a lot of well-developed cities now. I'm not even sure how well developed the AI are, but it doesn't look like they are half as developed as I am, which means we're getting on really well in this very hard difficulty game. We're going to have a lot of Fraxite under our control soon as well, which will allow us to pump out the CNDRs, which are really powerful Supremacy units, and then we can go to war with someone. Really looking forward to that. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.